So, I made this channel back in the quarantine days, back when I was extremely in love with the sport of boxing. I mean, I was absolutely obsessed. We were getting so many good fights, but then all the big fights and all the big buzz seemed to just fizz away. And to be honest, I lost complete interest when it comes to not just boxing, but combat sports in general. And I stopped watching most fights. I mean, I tuned in for the big fights like the Spence versus Crawford, the Garcia versus Davis, but not much really. I mean, in comparison to how I used to be absolutely in love with the game. But a few months ago, things changed. And not only did things change, but things even became greater than ever when you talk about making the biggest fights in the sport. And all of a sudden, my love for the game just came back greater than ever. Why? Well, it's simple. We can put it down to many things, but mostly, this certain man from the great kingdom of Saudi Arabia just came into the sport and started giving us the fights that we want, and started giving these incredible champions like Canelo Alvarez, like Naoya Inoue, like Tyson Fury, like Alexander Usyk, started giving them the money that they truly deserve for them to fight the biggest fights that we all want to see. And this man, some might call him His Excellency, some might call him Abu Nasser, some might call him Turki Alalshikh, but this man, I call him the savior of boxing and the true face of boxing now. Now, of course, I don't mean the face of boxing in meaning that the man is a fighter. No. But if you guys actually think about it, what were we getting? What were we getting before this man showed up? I mean, Tyson Fury was fighting Derek Chisora and Dylan White. Anthony Joshua was fighting Jermaine Franklin. Naoya Inoue was fighting the Filipino gentleman who I'm not even sure what the man's name is. Canelo Alvarez was fighting John Ryder. I mean, why? Because no real promoter wanted to put up the real money for these great champions to participate in 50-50 fights. But now, and even, we were getting Beterbiev versus Callum Smith, Bivol versus Zurdo. I mean, but once this man showed up, we got, in less than a year, just imagine this. Tyson Fury, Usyk, Inoue, now about to fight Nakatani. Canelo Alvarez, about to fight Terence Crawford in a football stadium on Netflix. Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev fought twice in less than 6 months. So, not only did this man show up to the sport and give us all the fights that we have been dying to see, but imagine this. What if I tell you that everything that Turki Alalshikh has given us until now is nothing in comparison to what he's about to give us in the next year, in the upcoming year? I mean, just imagine the possibilities and the fights that are being lined up for us, for the boxing world to see. Potentially, David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, Canelo versus Crawford, Inoue versus Nakatani, Inoue versus Picasso, Inoue versus Akhmadaliev, Bivol, possibly rematch versus Canelo. I mean, the future of the sport is so bright. And the man has barely been in the sport for a year and some change. And now, with him uniting with Dana White, the options and the possibilities and the fights that we're about to get are absolutely endless. And it's because of one man, And it's his birthday today. His Excellency Turki Alalshikh. I met the man in New York. And let me tell you this. I swear to you, the man was more humble and gracious than 90% of the fighters that I met. I mean, I met him before the Teofimo fight and after the Japanese prospect, the Japanese gentleman. After he fought, there was a break in between fights. And without a question, the man has what people might call these days aura. What an unbelievable man. What an unbelievable soul. And most importantly, His Excellency Turki Alalshikh is representing our beautiful religion on the biggest stages of the world. And we are absolutely proud for this man to represent us. And I cannot wait to see the man and be front and center this November. Let's talk about the gift that he's about to give us. No more pay-per-view, guys. No more. And not only will he cancel all pay-per-views, but look at the Next Ring magazine card that he's given us. And it's for free on the zone. Abdullah Mason, first title shot against Sam Noakes, the power punching Brit. David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, lands in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, versus Anthony Yard. Must see TV. What else do you want? Devin Haney, the Dream, going up for the first time in his career at 147 to fight the killer and the assassin from the south, Brian Norman Jr. What else do you want? Subriel Matias, one of the greatest and most exciting 140-pounders of our era, going up against the young, good-looking, charismatic Dalton Smith, WBC championship fight. And also, now it's been reported actually that even Artur Beterbiev is going to join the card versus Naji Lopez. What? And check this out. All these fights will be live and free on the zone. No pay-per-view model. And the man is only warming up. Happy birthday to the great and powerful and charismatic Turki Alalshikh, and God willing, see you in November.